The Star Turtles. Chapter 2. Lucia was sitting alone in the garden under the apple tree. It was her favourite place in the whole wide world. She was watching the leaves of the tree flutter in the cool breeze and trying to take in everything that had happened to her. As the sun dipped below the garden wall, she was deep in thought. It was all too much. Had she really met some flying turtles? It seemed too much to be real. But as she had often heard her father say, sometimes fact is stranger than fiction. She had to find out more. She had to know. She set her mind to return to the forest and see what she could find. She jumped to her feet and sprinted to the kitchen, where she threw some fruit in her rucksack, grabbed a blanket, and darted out the door. She ran so fast she was almost tripping over herself. The forest seemed different during the day, somewhat more friendly and less mysterious. Yet the trees seemed to be pointing in the direction that she needed to go. When she finally reached the clearing, it was empty. There were no signs that any unusual encounter had taken place. She sat down and took out her notebook and started to draw what she could remember. Then she realized they were star turtles. They probably only appeared at night, not in the daylight. So, maybe if she waited a while, there might be a chance. She placed her picnic blanket down on the grass and lay on it, looking up at the sky. Her eyes blinked open. Where was she? She did not recognize the place at all. Had she fallen asleep? The wind had got up. She looked around. For sure, it was not day any more. And why did the grass feel hard and smooth? She sat up as if a strong electric current had passed through her body. Looking across to her left, she saw a friendly-looking face who winked at her. Looking across to her right, she saw the moon looking somewhat closer than usual. It was then she understood. She was sitting on a flying turtle. She could almost touch and taste the clouds and even see the forest below. The few buildings dotted around looked like dolls' houses. Her heart was racing. A deep, friendly voice called out to her. "You should probably hold on to something. You know that you're going to be late, right?" "What?" she mumbled, slightly confused. "You're late. Your parents are going to be worried." "What happened?" she asked. "You fell asleep, of course. Long day, I imagine. Don't blame you. It was a lovely evening." Once again, it was a lot to take in. The turtles, the stars, the flying. A mixture of the breathtaking and beautiful and magical and utterly confusing. "Which house is it?" asked the turtle. "The small cottage over there," she said, pointing down through the clouds. "Right you are," was the reply. And down they swept, so smooth, almost floating as much as flying. They landed without even a bump. "We won't stay," said the largest turtle, winking again. "Thank you so much," said Lucia, as she slid down off the turtle's back and down onto the soft grass. "You are real," she said in disbelief. "We are as real as you are," said the turtles. "Will I see you again?" she stuttered, wondering out loud. "For sure. You know where we are," said the friendly voice. And then, just like that, they took off and were gone. Lucia walked up the garden path, bemused and puzzled, but with a wide smile across her face. When she got to the door, she turned and looked up at the sky. For sure, some stars were moving across the sky, and she watched them for a moment before she entered into the cottage. Inside, her mother was washing dishes and her father was fixing something at the kitchen table. Nobody said anything, as they were all busy with their own thoughts. Lucia went quietly to her room and lay down on her bed.